Hi. So if you run an e-commerce store, you're probably getting asked the same questions every single day. But the problem is that if you aren't consistently answering these questions right away in an authentic tone and trying to be helpful, then you're essentially just missing out on customers because customers are quick to change to the next store if you aren't responding to them. So I'm going to show you how to fix this with Chatbase. So a big problem about e-commerce isn't actually getting the traffic to your store. It's what happens when your customers are already there. So maybe someone is browsing your store at midnight and they have a question about how something fits, the sizing, and they want an answer right then and there. But the problem is that you can't answer it right away. So then you're just essentially losing out on sales. Or maybe a customer already bought something from you and they have a question about where their order is. If you can't respond instantly, then that is a customer that is never coming back, and it is a big problem. So I'm going to show you how to fix all of this using Chatbase. So we're Chatbase, and we build AI agents for magical customer experiences. So we can respond to your customers in any sort of medium, so through DMs, through emails, on your website, and we can respond in your brand voice and in your tone. So I'll do a quick example here. So let's say someone comes to your website and they say, "What products do you sell?" Maybe it's a more specific question, maybe it's less specific, but let's say that they come to your website at midnight and they have these questions, but you can't be there to answer them. So now since it's trained on my store, we have all the products here and it's actually coming up in a chat widget inside of our chat. So Chatbase also has one-click integrations into all of your favorite apps. So we already connected to Shopify here and we have actions set up, and I'll get to that in a second, but we connect to your email, your Instagram, your WhatsApp, your Messenger. We really built out the infrastructure to make it so easy to connect to everything you're already using. So probably the most useful feature of having an AI agent for your e-commerce brand is setting up actions. So we have actions to connect to all of your favorite apps. So maybe you want to collect leads for your website, you want to collect more emails, you want to connect to your Stripe to help people change their billing address, manage their subscriptions. But really useful is the Shopify action. So I've already set this up here, and we can go to Shopify and we can customize these. So this is connected to my Shopify store that I set up. And actually through the chat, someone can add things to cart, so they can ask what products. So and then actually right through the chat here, they can click on these products and add them to their cart directly in the chat. Another really useful action we have set up is the get order action. So a big problem with e-commerce isn't actually getting people to place the order. It's after the order, and they want to know how to track it and when their order is going to arrive. So they can say, "Where is my order?" And then the chatbot will give them instructions based on their order number and what they actually need to give information for. And then it will connect to your database and will give them information on where their order is and what stage of the process it is at. So I'm using Shopify as an example for this because we have one-click integration into Shopify, but you can also set this up with other websites. It will just have slightly less features. Another really important feature for e-commerce sites that most people don't think about is that most people aren't always going to be on your site. They're going to have questions through Instagram. They're going to have questions on Facebook, especially if you're selling products there. So you can set these up through one-click integrations. Just click understand, and then you just log into your Facebook account and it automatically connects to your DM, so you can set up this so easily. So that's just a quick overview of how you can set up Chatbase for your e-commerce store and how important it is to have a customer-facing co-founder on your website. I hope this helped.